am.
Yeah, you're a cutie butt. Hey, McD, thanks for being here. Good to see you. I just like sent out the link super quick, but hey, we're kind of on time.
Yeah, what's good? We're live.
We had to set it back a little bit because we were gonna do it at like 5. No, we were gonna do it at 6, and then we changed it to 6:30 because going to the grocery store took longer than expected, and we had to go to 2 different stores, and both of them were out of the majority of what we get.
Yeah, and we also still had to watch
Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We had to get that watched since that we knew it was going to be the basis of the issue this week.
It'll be a spoiler-free review.
Yeah,
I promise.
Yeah, ever since we started creating content, we've always kind of been mostly spoiler-free reviews ever since the beginning, pretty much. I already feel bad enough for spoiling Doctor Who when you finally find out that River Song is Melody Pond, and I just, like, I can't trust myself when I nip it in the bud and don't say any spoilers. Well, like you, I forget about stuff a lot, so It was still pretty epic when that came.
So we haven't gotten the ALK out yet, but we are going to get it out Tuesday. This coming Tuesday is when we're getting your ALK out.
Yeah, we should be able to then.
And I'm so stoked. There's another surprise in there, but you'll see when you get it. So. Yeah, so excited for it. Right? Yeah, I agree with what you say there. Definitely. You already watched it.
Oh yeah, McD said I've already watched it and I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to watch more of it.
So do we jump right into the spoiler-free review or?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think if we were going to do that first or.
May as well. It's
or
on the
show
topic,
some books,
and I'm just going off the cuff, as you like to say.
Yeah, I mean.
And plus, there's some of the books that I have to show. I might have showed some of them last week. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Time hasn't necessarily been relevant for us, and we haven't had a routine. So
yeah,
we're kind of like getting tossed out of the mix, like tossed into the mix, if that makes sense.
Yeah, time is all sorts of out of whack lately.
It's timey-wimey in the Onlyverse, or is it like
timey is wimey in the Onlyverse?
Exactly. Is it relative?
Usually, I think, but
I think so too. I just remember that video we watched with that doctor dude talking about like organisms and consciousness, and
that
just,
was that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Hey Kirk,
yeah. Hey.
Comics on the Mind. He says time is a lie.
It is right? A lie. Who says today's Saturday? Who created Saturday? Like. For all we know, it's Moon Day.
Moon Day, which is Monday. Yeah.
It's so good to see.
Yeah, like I know where the names for the week came from, but
I don't.
Who was it who started keeping track?
Right, I probably knew at some point, but
I can't remember all of them. But I remember like Thursday really is like Thor's Day. You know, a lot of it has to do with like the Norse gods and stuff. I think and.
That's true.
Like Saturday, something with Saturn, if I remember right. And I saw something on the History Channel about it back when the History Channel still had good, interesting shows on it.
Right, I don't always get sucked into the History Channel.
Oh yeah, I used to love watching it.
So I really loved how Winter Soldier was like action-packed from the get-go, and it's good. So a spoiler-free review.
Yeah, spoiler-free. So
if you're aware, Comics on the Mind, because if you hear it, you already know. And it's so very true. I love that saying. Like,
I know, it's so good.
It was really good hopping in on your teacher's chat discussion for a while. Like, it was really good popping over there for a little bit. But yeah, so like we go to the grocery store. They didn't have what we needed. We had to go to a different grocery store. It took up more time. We literally just finished watching Winter Soldier 5 minutes before we were gonna go on at 6, and that's when we moved it back to 6:30. But I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's definitely a different tone and different feel than WandaVision for sure, and I mean, which I was expecting that anyways.
The MCU has been diverse in its hero, because I mean,
even more so now, though. Yeah, even way more so now, though.
Definitely, yeah, because I mean, like even in Civil War, how they were against each other, and so now it's like, and I like where it's going so far with Winter Soldier. I am still just. I loved WandaVision. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, first time I heard about it. And then when we watched it, I was like, oh shit, Right, this is good.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it was gonna be good. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, with the MCU's track record as a whole, with Marvel Studios' track record with the MCU as a whole,
Exactly.
it's kind of hard to not to expect them to drop the ball. But yeah, WandaVision
It was good.
so before any of the Disney Plus shows started, WandaVision probably would have been one of the lower ones. I mean, I was still hyped for it, but
I was still
out of all the others,
Yeah, it was the one I was probably most cautious about, and they knocked it out of the park. And so with Winter Soldier, they started off good.
and
They
see,
started
and
off
then,
on the right
and then to
track.
contrast that, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the one I was looking forward to the most.
The same, yeah, same with my mom. I know she got vaccinated yesterday, and she might have already seen it. I'm gonna have to ask her.
Yeah, we'll have to see if she did, but
I'm hoping to go live when I get you guys A-OK, but I have no idea how to do it since it's been so long. Oh, well, we'll hop on with you.
yeah, Kirk said more grounded to reality, as people are saying. Yeah, for sure.
It is a lot more grounded.
I'd agree with that.
Well, and it's also an awkward time in the world because a lot of people, like the entire world that they're in is in kind of shambles because everybody's reappeared after 5 years.
And I think that's going to be a bigger element this time around compared to WandaVision when they were kind of, I mean, obviously they were in that like bubble, for the lack of a better word, but it was pretty contained to itself. Yeah, like I don't think it was ever said in the MCU. I think I read it online somewhere, but where WandaVision took place, I think it's only like it was like 5 or 6 weeks after Endgame or something. So it's not long after.
Right. Yeah. It was like almost immediately after.
Yeah.
And that's why it was still so fresh for Wanda, and so hard on her.
Yeah.
But
But this one, I think you're going to get a much more feel of the world than you did with WandaVision.
A little more of reality-based, plausible things that could happen because we know witches do exist at some point, but I mean, you know what I mean, like magic-wise. Well,
right.
Everything is an illusion. How are we even here?
That's pretty much what that thing.
That's what I feel.
That video we watched with the doctor last night. That's what it was about like reality, like what reality is and everything. And
everything is an illusion. But no, to get back to what McD was saying, it is pretty simple on StreamYard. It's not too different. But yeah, we'll definitely be in chat if not live.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, McD hasn't really. Yeah, because he wouldn't have used StreamYard yet. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
But yeah, if you got any questions, we'll help you out.
And I love StreamYard. Yeah, I love what they're doing, and I love that when they rolled out this video thing, that they rolled it out to even the free ones.
That was honestly what kind of kept us from coming back for a little bit, is because it was when Google Hangouts disappeared and it got into StreamYard. But it is a lot easier. Like I've been able to pick it up and have been on a few streams by myself.
It is. It's super user
Andy from
friendly.
England. Hello.
Yo, Andy.
Good to see you joining us today. We're just kind of, being squirrels going from one thing to another.
As we usually do. Yeah, we normally can't keep it under the same category.
Not even close. Our ducks are not in a row. They're never close.
I can't even catch the ducks.
I won't forget that duck that didn't give a. All right, like I dropped you off at work.
Oh.
And I was going over to go to my work, and there was a duck in the middle of the road, and it just stood there for like 5-10 minutes.
Just stand there.
And I kept going to go, like I was going to go around him, and then move a little bit. I'm like, okay, dude, I got to get to work. And it was on a Monday nonetheless. And so I was like, that duck doesn't give up. And yeah, ducks are cool.
Oh, yeah. Kirk says, I want more cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really loving it too. I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, that was prior to the MCU and everything. Before this superhero movie explosion and everything, that's the thing that they shied away from. What? You'd get your Batmans and Supermans and everything, but the cosmic silly stuff and they were terrified of doing at the time.
What WandaVision really hyped me up for is Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see Scarlet Witch. Oh, I'm so glad they're able to call her Scarlet Witch now. But I can't wait to see her.
That whole part didn't dawn on me, how they had never actually called her Scarlet Witch yet.
I still can't get over the Halloween episode. This is if you haven't seen WandaVision by now, it's spoilers. But With that one, it's like how they did the homage to the Halloween episode, and it's just that was a note to the fans.
Yeah,
that was definitely
shown in trailers and everything, so that's not really much of a spoiler, but
it was like a, hey, we hear you and we're here for you, and let's just make you happy. Duck, duck, go.
Yeah, like we were saying last night, like with WandaVision too, they elevated her as a character in the MCU so much too. Yeah. I mean, she always was like a force to be reckoned with, you know, but it's just she's on a whole other level now, though.
Winter Soldier, though, real talk, it was good. I am looking forward to it.
I'm hella looking forward to it. I love the. It's definitely much more like espionage. I can't say that.
Yeah, that's espionage.
Yeah.
Marvel knows how to pull on your heartstrings, because there was a bit in the episode that made me tear up where I just was like, not this again.
Yeah.
But like it's just, it may be a show, but the emotional damage is real, and Marvel knows how to pull on your heartstrings so damn hard, is it?
And another thing that's really interesting to me too is not only seeing the world this soon after Endgame and the blip and everything, but it's what I said right at the very beginning. I was like, remember, this is a world without Cap now.
Like, and it's daunting in a way, just slightly.
Yeah, you notice like
there wasn't an after credit clip.
Yeah, I didn't see. I mean, after the mid credit, there wasn't one, and then we left it kept rolling to see if there was an after like post credit one, and then there wasn't any kind of after credit clips.
I agree with you. Comics on the Mind shows return, and that's like even in the Guardians of the Galaxy where he said I can see eternity. He needed, like, the way he worded it.
Yeah. That's
they know what they're doing.
Because if he meant like I could see eternity, like as in I can see all of time and space, like he would have said something differently. Yeah, it would be worded differently, but and especially the way his eyes were. I mean, that's exactly like what eternity looks like in the books.
I'm still kind of psyched for what they're gonna do with Adam.
I can't wait for that still.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, who even plays him? You know,
it was either an hour episode or 20 minutes and after credit. It was about a 45-minute.
It was 49 minutes is what Disney Plus said when we checked it before we started.
Oh yeah, 49.
Was 49. I don't know if everyone is going to be that, or if it was that way just because it was the first one.
It could have been, because even for WandaVision, I don't think there was...
I think the first one was short and the same size.
No, the first one was only like... Sorry. The first one was only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
They were all like half hour.
Yeah, the first couple ones were super short, but I don't think they had any after credits. They could have. I know they did near the end of this series.
I don't think they did the after credit clip until like the second or third episode.
Or the Living Tribunal.
But... Ooh, yeah, the Living Tribunal. Yeah, they actually mentioned the Living Tribunal in the first Doctor Strange movie.
That's true.
What I was saying, though, is... oh, God, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, no, but WandaVision, was the last episode longer than half an hour? I can't remember if they went longer on that one. I think they did.
Yeah. It was like the last three, or last two went longer than a half hour. And I damn near made myself faint because I was just so caught up that I didn't realize I was holding my breath sitting on the edge of the couch, and I'm like, forgot to breathe. Oh my God. Like, it was just like, it picked up right where it left off, and it just kept going. And it was one of those moments.
I kind of even had that during the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Where it's just like so intense that you can't, like, you have to remind yourself to breathe. Hey, Carlito. Thanks for joining us. Oh no. Your phone died earlier this afternoon, so it's letting it fully charge. Oh, smart. Mine's at like 83% because it was charging when we watched Winter Soldier.
But yeah, just these...
That food you posted looked so good, by the way. That it was like shells with the like my noodles and sauce. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it looked good. I need to make that for dinner sometime.
But yeah, I noticed myself holding my breath during some of the like action parts at the beginning.
Yes, and it just like was off the bat, on the go, and it was good. I really liked it. It just
I'm so stoked for.
And the voice, like, So good.
I think every Disney Plus series, I think is going to be the same number of episodes.
You would know more than me. I can't retain information very well.
It could have been.
And there's a reason my mom says I'm a blonde at heart.
There's that facsimile right there that's pretty fitting.
Oh, yeah. We do have this one right here.
I just remember
a few things around, but
I just remember an interview with Feige before Disney Plus started. I do too.
I love that it's only like $6 on our phone bill.
Oh, Disney Plus?
Yeah, and we canceled cable, so we no longer will have cable at all, and it'll save us even more money to put in savings and buy big boy books or savings.
Oh, Carlito says, honestly, Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision were my 2 least hyped shows but I love them both.
Right? Yeah. See,
wow. Like, yeah. Falcon Winter Soldier was my most. Yeah, and
I'm in that same boat because you and my mom were both super psyched for Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I was just kind of hyped for some of it, but like after watching it, I'm like, my heartstrings. It's so good. The epicness and the way they told the story is so good. It's better than I expected. And I should have known it was going to be better than I expected because we all saw how they did Endgame and Infinity War and how they've had that build up, but it just the previews and stuff. I'm actually getting really interested for the Loki one. The mischievous one and where he's at.
I did not know Owen Wilson was going to be in it.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the Loki one, but
definitely more emotional scenes. There's a few parts that brought me to tears where I'm like,
Kirk just said it actually, but now the one I'm really looking forward to, Moon Knight.
Calvaretti.
I can't wait till the Moon Knight one.
Ooh, yeah.
And She-Hulk. And She-Hulk too. And Kirk mentioned the She-Hulk one too.
I'm starting to get more She-Hulk books.
Yeah, it wasn't the number 1, it was like number 2.
It was number 3.
Number 3, yeah. So
because I don't know why
we're kind of starting that John Byrne She-Hulk run.
We do have a She-Hulk in trade that I need to read, and I've been meaning to get around to it, and I will eventually. But I find it so funny that like in our day-to-day lives and people who actually do know us like in real life and stuff, like how I carry all the groceries in at once, and it's like usually I'm the one carrying all the weight.
You tend to pull these moments where everyone's like, "Damn, She-Hulk!" Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just it's ingrained in me, I guess. But we did get some books. Hey, Delphia and Kachun, good to see you. I'm sure Kachun is there.
Oh, hey, Inferno, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Inferno, thanks for joining us. Oh, the Snyder Show.
I just noticed that. Yeah, Carlito said, I know this isn't a Snyder Show, but have you all seen the Snyder Cut yet? Yeah, we haven't yet.
I've heard reviews, and I know it'll probably be a while since we've seen it, but from what I can tell is it's like I was telling him earlier, it may be outdated for the timeline, like what was going on in the world when Snyder would have originally had the movie out.
Well, when most of it was, shot.
So it's like, from what I've gathered on the spoiler-free reviews that I've heard so far, I think that if it was released when it was supposed to be, it might have had more impact than it does now, because just so much has changed, and for like the way they were described in the spoiler-free reviews, it's like, how like some of the, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely has stuff that's been shot
some
back
stuff,
then, and stuff more recent, and it's all over the place to even begin with, kind of. Yeah,
it's like we were saying how some movies hold up over time, like Big Lebowski. And I love
Big Lebowski is your example.
I wasn't listening.
There are rules. This isn't fucking Nom.
Oh, goodness.
To your point, though, that does hold up, though.
Yeah, that does definitely hold up. And that's just kind of my theory based on the reviews that I've heard so far, is that
I do want to see it, though.
I do still want to see it. I would definitely still watch it. The dude abides.
The dude abides. I would think if we had the HBO service, I think we probably would have watched it by now. But
more than likely, but yeah, I don't see us getting to watch it in any hot rush.
I don't think we're gonna get that HBO service just for that at this point. Granted,
it's like
there has been stuff announced. There has been stuff announced that's gonna be on it that I would get it for.
I didn't hear the best reviews about Wonder Woman, and
we haven't even watched that.
I've gone so long without seeing it. Like, it's like my mom's logic where she's like, okay, if I've gone like this long without seeing it, what's a little more time? You know, and sometimes being that way kind of works in your favor, because I know with some of the shows that she got us to watch, they were already all released, so we didn't have to have that cliffhanger. How did it end? You know, and then have to wait for the next week. We have
lucked out on a lot of shows like that.
Which is really hard considering Winter Soldier and WandaVision, how they're doing it. Like, you know, it's not all released at once. It's one episode a week, and it's bringing back the nostalgia.
Yeah, Carlito said 100 times better than the dumpster fire they released in theaters. I have a feeling at the very least, it's got to be better than that.
Yeah, that's I at least pictured it was better because it. Yeah.
I mean, personally, I've always liked Snyder's movies. You know, like
same.
Before Endgame, one of my favorite superhero movies was Watchmen. Mm-hmm. For the longest time, and even still, it still kind of is one of my favorite ones, even over Endgame.
Yeah,
on some days.
I would still want to see it, and I think it'd probably be better than what Joss Whedon did.
By far, I would think.
He's kind of like, I used to like some of his Buffy stuff, and
they're just two totally different filmmakers, and then for one to finish the other's work, it's just no matter what, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
they're two two
went
polar
head-on
opposite.
collision instead of like.
And of course, when Snyder, because Snyder left because of a family emergency or something like that,
and then his child had
it was with his daughter, I think, but
had passed away. The only Snyder movie I don't like is Brace Yourselves.
300.
I remember watching that movie in high school.
I always liked the first one, but I heard like the sequel was pretty bad.
There was a sequel.
There was like a cheap sequel. I don't know if Snyder even did the sequel, but
I don't know.
He could have.
I don't watch too much of that one, but we do got some books.
Yeah.
Some books.
Some of them we might, like she said, we might have showed last week because
some
I
of
can't
them
remember.
I know we didn't show, and some of them I'm not sure.
We did,
I can't remember.
but everyone likes looking at books.
I'm thinking of watching the complete Avengers series from start to finish, including films not labeled Avengers. Should I?
Inferno.
Should I at the separate branches?
So as far as the MCU goes, I mean, we're so into it. We always kind of tell everyone to watch them all from the start, but
I had to catch you up.
Like they do a really good job though at just watching just parts of it. Even like if you watch just the Avengers, like you would be able to.
Yeah, that's one thing I have noticed is that because I know at first when they were doing these side shows elsewhere, I thought that's not fair to all the fans because not every fan that loves going to see the Marvel movies is going to have the opportunity to get these streaming services. Right. So I didn't like how they played into that like kind of exclusive. I just felt like it was unfair and gave, you know. So I feel really grateful that we were able to see it. But the one thing I have noticed they say, which kind of like makes me feel better about it being so exclusive, is the fact that they've left it to be, if you don't see any of the little shows, there isn't going to be any. I got like a frog in my throat. So I got my monster. It's giving me way too much energy. I love it. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so it's, even though there's the streaming services, when the movies come back out and everything like that, there's not going to be like those moments where this doesn't make sense because you didn't see it. Right. You know, so they're still kind of leaving it like open to where you'll probably catch a few things like Easter eggs and nods.
That's what it is a lot of times.
But it's not going to give you the effect of what did I miss? What, like, you know, so I kind of have a little, that made me feel a little better about the way that they did it exclusively.
I read it was like an interview with Feige when he was saying that where if someone doesn't watch the show, so then they're just going from like movie to movie. Yeah, they're
not missing out on anything. It's
they're
just
not gonna
like
be completely lost.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what made me feel better about it, because I know at first I was really kind of like, that's not fair. Not everybody is going to have access to a streaming service. And then with everything going on and how it was delayed, I still wonder what it is and how they did it, because WandaVision wasn't supposed to be the first one.
I wonder what they had to change, yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
WandaVision, I would be curious to know what they changed because so much of it was self-contained and kind of off in their own world.
Yeah. Spartacus. I do remember Spartacus.
But yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to originally be the first one. Actually, the first of Phase 4 was supposed to be Black Widow.
Oh yeah, Black Widow. We would still need to see that. Yeah. Well, I don't know why they just don't put it out on Disney Plus at this point. Right? You think they would?
I think they're still waiting for the theaters.
Hey Marvel, if you're listening, put it on Disney Plus. Everyone will appreciate it.
I mean, I would think
we would enjoy it more because I have really liked being able to watch shows.
The MCU at home, like,
at home.
It's been nice.
It's been nice because like I don't mind going to theaters and stuff, but sometimes there's chatter and like weird people.
Yeah, sometimes
weird,
you get like babies crying or people on their phone or just stuff like that.
I really like that I can like smoke a cigarette and watch my shows.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, we don't smoke in this room though. We keep the store closed and it smells like a library in here.
I know.
love it.
Yeah,
Every
it smells like our
LCS.
I love it.
It smells like a comic book store. I love it. Oh no, there was something else I was gonna say and I forgot. I think you sidetracked me.
Sorry.
Oh no, I do it to you all the time. I rub off on you a little too much. That's for sure. That's definitely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Carlito, Andy, don't apologize for going off topic here. Yeah, this is the place for that for sure.
For real.
Oh yeah, so yeah, because what Andy said was off topic. Sorry, but have you watched the Comic Tom interview with McFarlane? No, I didn't know he did one with him.
I could have sworn I saved it. Did I save it?
I don't remember you even telling me that he did one.
Maybe it wasn't with Comic Tom.
No, because we watched one with.
That's what it was. I saved it, but it didn't show you yet because it was for his Kickstarter, and I know you beat yourself up about missing out on the Kickstarter and not being able to do it, and so that's why I didn't show you. So no, I didn't know that he did one with Comic Tom, but there was one where he was talking about the Kickstarter and what they got. So it's like I knew that was going to be kind of bittersweet to where
that Kickstarter is bitter.
I saved it, but I didn't show you yet because I know you missed out on the Kickstarter. But we're gonna have to watch that with Comic Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that for sure.
We're definitely gonna have to watch that.
One of his last interviews that we caught though. He said something really cool at the end about like content creators and stuff and YouTubers.
I really loved his little cameo.
And remember, I clipped it and recorded it, but I haven't like posted it or anything yet because I kind of want to talk to the guy of whose show it was.
Right.
Kind of get his okay that I kind of share it since it's his show, his interview. I'm just gonna post it on like Instagram or something.
Honestly, though,
it was just something really cool that McFarlane said.
I really liked his cameo in Bear Island's The Last Con. Wait, what did he say about my lack of pants?
Tom's, yeah.
I like the little cameo. It was great. I
know that's the only thing he says in the whole movie.
Yeah, he's only there for like a short blip, and it's just
and his leg pops, his bare leg pops up.
The way that was executed was so good. If you haven't seen that yet, you definitely need to go watch The Lost Con. We still watch it on the replay.
We watched it, yeah. God, we watched it probably a dozen times at this point.
But this one I did read, and I have been enjoying it. Yeah, and it's gone a little too long without showing any books. Oh, yeah, we get distracted way too easily. Way too easily. It's terrible. But no, I've actually surprisingly been enjoying the series. Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon. I wasn't really a big fan of Iron Fist before, but like the second season of the Netflix, granted the Netflix show was not, the acting was bad, but it was improved by the second season. I don't know why I keep calling it a series, but it had like improved. And so when I saw this #1 come out, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I'm glad that I have, because I've actually been enjoying this one. And I don't know, like, was it the 3rd issue that just came out? Because I swear there's another.
I think 3 did come out.
Maybe it is 1 and 2.
I don't
know, because I know.
I swear a 3rd one came out.
I swear a 3rd one came out too.
I've only read the first one.
Yeah, because it is a different cover. It is the 3rd one. So, yeah, I bet you anything, it's like right in that stack.
Yeah, I'm sure it's back there.
I grabbed the wrong book. See, my mama says I'm a blonde at heart, and I swear it's true. I'm in her head. But anyways,
it's still possible you didn't show that one though.
No, it's very possible that I showed this one. I can't believe I didn't realize that till just now, because I really liked, there was the variant, but I liked the cover to it more.
I think that was on my side of the table out there, and I bet that's why you grabbed it.
I think so. 1 second.
But this one,
actually,
I actually ordered it a while back, and I still want to get the original one. And last week I said how I've been getting a lot of the reprint series, in Marvel Tales and everything. So here's Marvel Tales 49, but it's the reprint of ASM 66. And honestly, I almost like this one a little better than even the original, because the original, it's all white in the background.
That one is gorgeous. I love it. I like the blue on that a little more than
with
the
blue
white.
With the blue background, I think it looks almost a little better. I mean, it makes the clouds down here pop out more.
Sorry, it's still wrong. The one that I saw is the first issue. The third issue, I bet, is out in your long box where I grabbed this one from. But you don't do things like me when you put books in order to read.
And this is,
I keep them together.
After SS4, this is one of my favorite covers of all time.
And those ones I did show last week. Yeah. So, because I grabbed, because like I was looking through your stacks real quick before we did the show, and I was like, I don't know where he put it, but I know I gave it to him to read, and then I just grabbed the first one thinking it was that. So.
Yeah, because I only had the second one over there.
Yeah. But it's a shame, because I actually really like the cover to the third one, and it's probably out in your short box in the living room. And yeah, if you haven't seen the cover, it was good, but I have like the series. And yeah, so that one came. And then this one I haven't read yet, because I've just been like from one thing to another, prepping for that time of the month. And like.
Which is that? Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It is tonight.
Yeah, you're performing double duty tonight.
You betcha. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a blast. But,
you're gonna be sleeping on it after your caffeine crash.
No, I got another juice energy drink. That's how I survive. But I need to read this. I know the series has been really good. I've been enjoying Thor so far, and I know this one just came out this past week that I haven't had the chance to read yet, because instead I got distracted and moved some books around.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did change some of the books back there.
Yeah. But I've been super stoked to read this one.
I think I read 12, right? That's 13, and I'm pretty sure I read 12.
You did, because I know we were confused for a second, and then we remembered what had happened when we actually started talking about it.
That series has been really good.
I'm kind of bummed about that third issue. I liked that one.
I can't remember the first time. I think it might have been the day. It might have been Wednesday, the day of, and I'm so stoked our LCS still had one.
Yeah, me too. I am really glad we were able to pick that one up.
And it is a variant, cover too. But Mark Brooks's variant on Captain America Anniversary.
I don't want Batman going to. I've noticed that more books are going up to $5 a book, and I'm like, but why?
Oh.
But why? Why do they got
Andy said
$4.99?
I've seen that Batman's going to $4.99 and some others. And is that the regular Batman? So I mean, if it is, I wonder if Tech is too.
It could be like this one.
Or if it's like one of the Batman like minis that comes along, like Batman.
Or even.
What was that the grave one that was recent, or
like Damned was a little more
like that,
the Prestige.
The different formats.
I don't like them raising prices because I like getting books, and
I love how McFarlane keeps his at $2.99 like he always has.
I really love that about McFarlane.
And
he's a very noble dude.
The other cover of the Captain America Anniversary.
I really like Todd McFarlane, but I noticed that more books are going up to $5, and it's like I don't like it because that's what I was gonna say. I have 7. I ordered 7 Catwoman books, and I am so close to completing the run that I even ordered a short box that is gonna hold like the whole series, and it's gonna have its own thing. But yeah, I don't know why there was a connection somewhere in my head that I was gonna get to a point, and now I lost it along the way. Scratch that. I don't know. Anyways,
something about Catwoman probably.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, because I'm really behind on some of it, but the Banelet run, I am so close to completing the entire series, and there's just gonna be I think there was one of them I was gonna show, and then the other 3 that I recently ordered are I'm gonna show later tonight. But it was when you showed the Marvel Tales one that I remembered. I've been getting packages too, because I almost bought a bigger book that was on my hunt list, but I decided I didn't like the condition for the price. But because I already set it aside and everything else was already covered, I'm like, I'm gonna put it to use. Anyways, I like this series. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was kind of cute. And so I'm excited to read this one. I was surprised that some of the other copies were so much more than this one was. Like, I was kind of bummed. Like, I think that's part of the nerd store taking over Volts, because it just, like, I remember seeing some of the price tags on the other ones were higher than this one. And I grabbed this one because they were, like, exclusive variants and stuff, but...
I remember that.
I like this.
Well, because remember with this one, too, there was...
Yeah. I'm glad you found that.
I'm glad I found this one. Yeah, McGee's gonna like this. So I finally was able to get. There's actually something else I got to show with this one too.
Sharon, thanks for joining us.
So I finally did find, because it's been crazy. Because I've been wanting to jump on TMNT for a while. I hadn't been seeing the ongoing. I know, that's what I'm showing next.
Oh, McD, you're gonna love it.
So then I finally saw this, but before I saw this one, they had like a few of the, I think it was like a 1 in 10 or something. So they had him there for like $10 or something, and I was like, damn it, but I don't want to like spend that for it though. So, but I was able to find just this one for regular cover price.
As we've said previously, our LCS recently got bought out by another owner in the same area, and some of it I like. I can tell they're finally getting more books over, so it's been nice going and seeing what books they have that weren't there. So it's kind of been that switch up of
I think this probably came from it right here.
I bet you anything it did. But yeah,
on the way out,
yeah,
I spied this little guy.
Yes, and it is gorgeous. But no, there's Carlito had said in his opinion about the DC books is struggling to so price increase is expected.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it, really.
Inflation, really. Everything is going to continue going up in life. Like, it's... I mean, they used to be 10 cents. 10 cents. I wish I was around to buy a comic at 10 cents.
And this is the one... This is
quarter bin books, but still, you know what I mean. You guys get it.
Ultimate Collection Book 1, too, so it has issue 1 in there.
Gorgeous. And he saw it very last minute, and it was like, okay, we'll put some of this in the hold, and we'll get that, because either we'll put some of it in the hold and we'll get that, or we'll put that in the hold.
Yeah, I was like, I'll put every damn book in the hold and get just that.
There was a few last minute hold books that I'm super stoked for. That were very.
I don't remember what we put.
They were the ones that were another language, but they were still in English. Like they were like. You guys are gonna like those. I can't wait to show those ones when we get them. I can't wait for those. Those are super exciting.
I totally forgot about those.
They're blaming the pandemic. Just seems funny to me that all the books that are coming back were canceled by DC. Yeah, that's that too. Cause it's a shame because I know with the pandemic and everything, but it's still like
I know, it's whatever
history
they're doing with DC.
Teaches us things, you know. If you pay attention and you watch, like, and you know the history things and like how the hobby itself almost went down, like, you know,
like in the late 90s,
with the algorithms, you would think people by now it's why do I say I don't know.
You always pronounce it algorithm.
I know.
I
finally started saying glutton instead of gluten.
I know you'd always say gluten for punishment.
I don't know. I'm a special kind of special. But, like, you think they would learn from history, you know? Like, history's there for a reason. We learned from it. But apparently we're just making the...
I don't think humans are able to do that.
Not we, but they are. Yeah.
With how often history repeats itself?
Yeah.
No.
This is one that we missed out on the first issue. I think I did say hi to Sharon. If not, I didn't notice you in chat. Thanks for joining us. That's what I was gonna say. Is Reina had her book signing, and that was just so awesome. Like she's doing good. Like that. I still need to get a copy of the book.
That'd be fun to do.
Yeah, Definitely. But I thought that was pretty cool. And so we missed out on the first Future State Wonder Woman, but we got the second print, and we heard good things about it, and it still needs to be read, but yeah. So we got that one, and then we also got this one where it was the issue 2. But
yeah,
this
a lot of
one
the
was
Future
first
State
print.
stuff, yeah, we didn't get until a little later, so a lot of it
Yeah.
was like the second printings and stuff.
Yeah, we missed out on a lot of. I didn't think it was gonna be what it was.
I mean,
I wasn't expecting it.
Maybe a
to
couple books in
sell.
this series.
Yeah.
I knew, I kind of figured we're going to be big, but all the other ones and kind of the whole series as a whole, I wasn't really expecting to.
I agree with you, Andy. Marvel is doing it well. Definitely.
Yeah, it seems like Image isn't doing too bad too.
There's a ton of people in the Facebook group saying they're dropping DC now. I
think a lot of people
there's
are.
not too many DC books that I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
Majority, like some of my favorite characters.
I mean,
are
I get
DC,
like
but
one Superman, Tech and Batman. I think that's about it. This one, admittedly, was a cover by.
I think the one that I do get is still Catwoman, but I don't.
Oh yeah, Catwoman we get, yeah.
Well, and it's kind of like when they changed the Vertigo, and went to Black Label.
Yeah, when
with
they
like the
were
Sandman
dropping
books.
Vertigo, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I know I really like Image and indie titles, and it's they know how to do it. Like, yeah, there's a ton of variants sometimes, but it's still like they know how to do it. But speaking of a cover by, I think we might have shown this one last week, and I'm sure everybody has it, and I really love the version that we have of it because it's just red and black, and I love this cover. Oh, yeah. I just remembered I did show this last week, so I showed it again.
At our LCS, I do remember because I even said the same thing, I think. But how our LCS had a third printing, a blue one. It was black and blue.
Yeah, the black and blue one looked good too.
That one looked pretty good too.
Again, like time is not relative to us right now. We haven't had a typical. Oh yeah, we haven't had like a typical routine. So it's like the days are blurring together, and yeah.
Right.
It's not helping with us being scattered. Wish my continued Justice League Dark only real DC.
Yeah,
I need to.
I know. I really want to read that because
I was gonna get that one in trade. Yeah, see, this one is 29 that I still need to catch up on. I love Selena Kyle. She's my favorite. But I haven't read any of this stuff because I had to read the Batman stuff with the Joker's War, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Where it's been really good, and I have them stacked up and ready to read. I just need to get around to it.
Yeah, because I think you're about like halfway through Joker.
Yeah.
The
Joker
War.
I was a little more than halfway through, and I really want to catch up because I want to know what's going on in these. And I can't put my girl on the back burner. You know,
right.
She's better than that.
Yeah, because like Kachung says, like my two favorite
fatale.
DC characters haven't had solo series for a very long time. I
Yeah.
know, like with me and McD not even getting Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the art can ruin it. Sometimes the art can definitely ruin it.
Yeah, the only way I'll kind of put up with, like, I guess not the best art is if it's like, the writing is like legendary. It has to be like Dark Knight Returns, like.
To be honest, when I first started getting Something Scaling the Children, I wasn't that big of a fan of the art. Mm-hmm. But the more I read the story, the more the art fit with the story and the way it was being told, that the art grew on me. And by the end of it, I really enjoyed the art on it. So the story and the art go hand in hand. It's kind of like how some artists always have the same inkers for like good reason. And good measure, so it's like, but that was one that definitely grew on me because the first few issues I wasn't really digging the art style, but then the way that the story was being told, I started enjoying it a lot more. And this one I don't think we showed last week, but I'm a fan of Scotty Young.
Yeah, I don't like all of his, but every now and then he does one that I like, and I do like that one.
I like how he does like the little kid versions of them all, like it's like he does them all so little. And it's awesome.
Yeah, that one was really good. I do like that one.
This one I still need. This one I noticed was nonstop action too. And the other one that we got that I showed last week was a party variant, but it didn't say who. It was just party variant, and it didn't say who did it, and I couldn't figure it out. But
was the party variant the one that
had the thought bubbles on it, like all the
one?
voices?
It was that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I looked it up, because when I posted on Instagram, it was just party. I'm like, well, that's weird.
I've never, yeah, and remember the other one that we got was like the premiere variant, and I had never seen that. And League of Comic Geeks said it was where they limited it to 2 per store.
Right.
And we were able to get one somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
I think I found it way in the back. I think I did have to
stopped collecting once Deathstroke series ended. Yeah, there isn't really many DC titles that I'm collecting right now.
Oh yeah, I would think Carlito's probably read this, and I'd be curious to what you think about it though. But we have the New 52 Deathstroke Omni, and we've kind of had it for a while, and I pulled it out the other day and was kind of like flipping through it. And the art on a lot of that run, the art looks incredible, and it's super bloody and violent, and it looks pretty dope. And I'm kind of excited to start reading it. But I mean, everything with the New 52, what you pretty much, I was showing you that. Pretty much everything you hear with the New 52 it's all garbage except Batman, pretty much. But a lot of the New 52 we've gone back and read. I kind of like.
It was like when we started collecting, though. It was like the series before what was coming out.
Yep.
Or something, so we just kind of like picked up there, and I enjoyed it, but at the same time, with us just getting into it, I hadn't really.
It was like playing catch up.
With an exception to the Baneland Catwoman, but it just. I actually enjoyed the New 52.
Hey, Werewolf at Lunchtime. Yeah, and exactly, Carlito. Yeah, Tony Daniel, and I love Tony Daniel's stuff too. So that's
so good. I noticed that the more, because like on our I use League of Comic Geeks a hell of a lot more, and it's still free, and they've updated the way they do it on the internet browser, but it there was a point I was going with this.
Jeez.
There was a point. It's a lot of my books that I'm finding that like when we go hunting and we get like back issues, a lot of the artist ones that I have is Giordano.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realize I was such a big fan of his until I'm cataloging them all in the app, and then it shows like a percentage of like our top artists and Giordano's up there pretty high.
He's an amazing artist in his own right, but he also inked a lot of the greats.
So like one that's kind of underrated. Somebody else in the community was saying this too. Is Mike Grell, which like is.
Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, we love Mike Grell.
His first and then last on Green Arrow, he's I think is an under.
I think he's underrated too. And
like, his art is so good though. Like, yeah.
One underrated one that I've said, and I heard even JoJo say too, is Jim Aparo.
Ooh, yeah. That's very, very, very true.
I love a lot of his work too.
This one's a variant, and it's just because whenever I see a Batman book with Catwoman on the cover, I almost always have to get it because it's like how some people collect just different covers, like how you collect everything with Doom on it. And so it's like I get everything with Catwoman and Batman. And this was just a variant to issue 46. But I kind of liked it, like
that one was dope. Yeah, and when you got it, cool. I could have sworn that we had it, but I think I was probably just thinking of I saw a lot of pictures of it or something.
I like how it's like near virgin, like it just has the trade dress, just the title down at the bottom. But I like.
I love cover. That's how DC's been doing. Yeah, have they been doing their B covers like that for a while?
I love Bat and Cat. They are just so Bat and Cat. Very, very, yeah. And then the last one of the book that I had to show, I've been finding more of these, and I'm really glad that I have been, and I will probably start collecting the rest of them here soon since I'm so close to finishing the Baneland era.
You're getting there.
But I got 75 Adam Hughes.
Oh yeah, for second ongoing.
Yeah, second. I've slowly started picking up more Adam Hughes, and it's just so beautiful. I had to get this one. And that's like a lot of them are still back issue prices, and there's just some that are hard to find, but I'm getting there. Can't wait to read and smell them.
That was a newer one.
Oh yeah, I still haven't read the first one.
I don't know how that one got in there.
I still got issues with Hellcat. I can't. Nope. Sorry, Patsy Walker.
This one I've been working on.
Hey, Lady Fantastic! Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Hey. Yeah. So, because I did get 1 and 2 already, but Marvel Comics presents Wolverine #3.
Yes, you have been getting, which actually brought up a good question. Magic Lasso had done a video on YouTube where he was asking, like some of the true believers, do you file them where they would go if they were the actual book, or do you kind of put them at the end? And it rose up an excellent question with us, because I know when I started cataloging everything and putting everything organized in alphabetical order, at some point all of our free comic book day books were together, and then our true believers were together, and at that point I had asked for your opinion, and we had decided to kind of put them just where they would go if they were the actual book. But on some of them, like the free comic book day ones, we'd kind of treat those ones like annuals and either put them at the beginning of the run or end of the run of the series. But it just goes to each their own, and everybody organizes stuff differently.
Well, and like how I showed
I haven't. I think I started reading the first issue, but I remember you telling me that it was Patsy Walker, and I know Patsy Walker in Netflix series wasn't necessarily the exact Patsy Walker in the comics, but I got a grudge. I can't handle Patsy Walker and Hellcat. No.
See, and then with the reprints, I was saying, I don't think I remember if I showed these last time, but
I don't think you did. This was
so how I've been getting a lot of the reprints. This is Amazing Adventures 7.
That was the thing I was gonna say earlier that I lost my point on halfway through the sentence, and then I couldn't circle back. But I have 3 other Catwoman books that I got that I'm gonna show tonight on the other show, but this was just the only one, the exception, because it was a different run. Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, take half of these.
Oh yeah, because these are the Marvel triple actions. He's been making a killing, getting a lot of really good ones.
Well, what's awesome with these, I mean, they're reprints of classic books, and I mean, they're only a couple bucks or $1 on a lot of cases that are LCSs. And
that's true. Everything is going good. It's been a really good day so far, considering that even though we're before the show, went to the grocery store real quick to get groceries, and they didn't have what we usually get, and it was just what, why? Yeah. And so then, and what sucks is I went to one place last night and they didn't have anything, so we attempted today at another place and they only had give or take, but I mean, other than that and the rain, it's been a really good day and all as well.
Yeah, it was raining all day here.
Hasn't been raining too bad, though.
Marvel Double Feature 13 reprints Tales of Suspense 89 and 96.
This is a good one with Scarlet Witch on there too. Avengers Beware, for Magneto walks the earth. Marvel triple action.
I love that one. Those triple actions ones are really dope.
That's another feature on League of Comic Geeks that I'm really enjoying, is that on some series that I'm reading, I noticed that there is an option to add all missing issues that, if I'm collecting a run, it gives me an option to add them to a wish list. And so on the rare occasion that we go hunting and I'm not having any luck finding stuff, I go straight to the wish list, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to look for. Cause
especially for the runs we're working on too.
Yeah, it's happened before where we go to the comic book store and then we don't find what we're looking for, and then we can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I got that from D-Comic.
Yeah, I really love the Marvel Super Actions, and this one, we actually got from D-Comic Queen, Super Action 18.
He got a lot of really good covers.
Yeah,
I really like these triple actions. Yeah, that was the reprint that we got from D-Comic Queen when we got the other Catwoman book.
Yeah,
and she got it out to us pretty quick. I get why it took some time. I mean, I'm a little slower and behind the curve, special, but I totally see why the community sells so many books to each other. It's just dollar bins and claim sales. It works out.
Yeah.
I like being able to buy books from people in the community.
I'm loving a lot of these reprint series and stuff, and I don't know.
Once an Avenger.
A lot of people probably, to a lot of people, they might not
As
really.
I cover up the words.
Yeah, that one's reprinting Avengers too.
Yeah. This one's really good. I'm like losing my grip here. I'm still alive. But yeah. These, and see, like the living laser. I think it's really cool because we're getting to the point where we are out of room for a lot of our books that I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
maybe
we need to
if
order
go
a few more drawer boxes.
And for the first time ever, I had I know when we first had to sell some of our collection, I wasn't a fan of, it just, we had to do what we had to do at the time, and I regret letting go of some stuff that I sold it well below,
Oh, yeah.
that I wish I still had. But with how much, almost all these boxes are completely full. We have little to no space left.
I know, that's why I said
we're up to
we need to
4,500 comics.
We need to add another row.
Well, yeah, but it's getting to a point where I wouldn't even mind going through the entire collection and being like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, we might eventually have some sales start popping up. Yeah.
Sell to where we can sell books to buy books. Currency.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Spec 1 through 130. Yeah, that's another one we work on is Spec Spidey.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love Spider-Man too. He's another one of my favorites.
With how close I am to the Catwoman Banelet, first ongoing second series, depending on how you look at it, I'm gonna do a slideshow of all the covers, and I am so stoked that I am so close to finishing
this reprint series. I didn't even really know about until recently. So I picked up a few of them. It's a short one. I think there is only I think these were actually the last two. I think there was only 17 or 18, but Marvel Spectacular, which reprints. I think all of them reprint Thor, if I remember right.
Oh, that's one of them in the hold. Not that.
Yeah, it'll be dope.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so that last one was 17.
This one's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's first appearance of Red Guardian, who's in
one of the
Black
most
Widow
talked
movie.
about supervillains ever, and wait till you learn his startling secret identity.
Yeah, that's Triple Action. And this one's Marvel Spectacular 18.
A few amazing but a decent amount of Spectacular and Web of. I swear, thanks to Gretzky, we have a ton of ASM and Web of, and there's a few that we've gotten from Stay Puft as well that we still have. A lot of the
Green Arrows too.
But, yeah, there's been quite a few. Yeah, we have a ton of the ASM.
I love this
no.
Marvel Saga 19 because I love Hawkeye.
I love that one. That is a really good cover too.
That was a good one.
I don't think I showed this one yet. I might have.
I don't think the Agony in the Anthill one, that Avengers cover.
Yeah. But yeah, because I showed all my other books from last time, so I just, and it was a really small week for me this week too, so I really didn't get much to show.
I don't remember.
But I don't think you showed that one.
I can't remember if I showed this one last week or not, but this is one
I don't think you did.
I've been looking for a long time and found it in the wild. Yeah, the X-Men 268.
Yeah.
Jim Lee.
Speaking of ASM, this is one that he really wants to get slabbed. This one.
Oh yeah, I think I know what one. Cause it's possibly a 9/8 candidate.
It is possible, but it is an amazing cover, and we do want to get it slabbed. I can't talk anymore. But this is one that this is probably going to be one that we send in the very first time we ever actually get book slabbed. But this is just a beautiful copy. It's the only one that we have, but it's just so beautiful.
It's crazy because that book has been seeing a lot of action lately.
Yeah. It's in its Mylar goodness.
And speaking of Deadpool, we did get the 30th anniversary. I think it's 30th.
Fullbacks.
Yeah, 30th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, Hell Soldier, I love that cover. Yeah. Clinton Crane is so good. I'm still so jealous that you went to the signing and I couldn't go. I was working from home and I tried to get the day off and I couldn't.
That was a fun one.
That would have been so awesome to see his infinity signature.
I know he was saying so something good. How he didn't really think it through that well, how he does it, because he said it's giving him carpal tunnel because how he holds the paint markers. He does this weird thing with his hand because he's holding all three with, I think he had them pointing up because they're paint markers.
Right.
Which I definitely have used throughout my life.
Yeah, what I was about to say is you're an artist yourself, so you definitely know where he's coming from
It's funny because when I used to paint a lot of canvases and like model trains and stuff, I used to do the same thing, clom, and I know it was pain for for damn sure.
I still remember that one, like way early days of us being together. It was like I was coming to hang out. My brother was dropping us off, and you're like, "Oh, there's like a train yard that hadn't been there in a long time." So he's like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing tonight," and I'm like, "But okay, so I guess I'm not coming over." And I took it a little too literal, but I find it funny nowadays because it's like, "Oh, I was going to painting trains in the train yard." Right?
Yeah, McD, I'm the same way. I'm normally not a fan of his artwork either. And I have kind of gotten in discussions with some people that are, but I don't know. I mean, to each their own for sure. I mean, he's probably better than I could do, but
no, you're good. You need to draw more. He is.
Only
so
thing
good.
I agree with in that statement is that I do need to draw more.
You are an amazing artist, and you need to draw more. I remember in the very beginning, you'd be like, "I'm so boring. I'm just sitting here drawing." No, I'm like, "No, you keep doing that."
Because you're like the only person I've been with that.
It's amazing
that
to
likes
watch you draw.
Yeah, normally.
You,
it's like,
you do
I'm
it
bored.
so
Let's go do something. Like that's normally what I would hear all the time.
You make it look so seamless. Like I could do it, and then I try, and then I can't.
Entertain me. You know. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Just pull the string on my back.
No.
Wind me up. I'm just kidding.
No, I like your art though. It has definitely evolved. It is got like, and it's so interesting because it's so different when you're drawing on a phone with because like all the drawings that I've shown on Instagram, he's done on his phone with his S Pen from his a Note 4 that he has.
9.
Why did I say 4? You had the 4 before.
I think I had the 4. Yeah, I had the 3 or the 4.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so it's like it's evolved quite a bit, but I can see enough to know there's a big difference from pen and paper or pencil or colored pencil or those other markers. Copics.
Like Copics or Prismas.
And Prismas, yeah. So there's a big difference depending on what you're drawing with. But I still love watching you draw where it's just like it's so seamless. Like he'll just like do a line and then it's just
I've loved drawing on the phone too. That's why I can't wait till
there's
eventually
still a
we
Valkyrie
get
lady that you drew a long time ago on a piece of wood. And I still want to get it tattooed on my leg.
I think I still have that.
Hey Simon, good to see you.
Somewhere.
Thanks for joining us. I have no idea what time it is there. I think you're like 12 hours ahead.
I know, yeah.
You're probably well into Sunday.
I know, yeah. All the people in Europe and stuff. Yeah, you guys are legends.
Yeah. Well, I've been staying up later more
we've
often.
definitely been staying up a lot later.
I kind of like staying up late though, because it like being able to sleep in, yeah. But like finding like a graveyard shift would be perfect because I kind of like when the world's quiet. It seems like the world's quiet, at least during the
I've always been a night person.
Me too. I'm not a morning person in the slightest.
Yeah, Simon says it's Sunday, 12:40 p.m.
Oh, wow.
It's already afternoon.
That time?
Early afternoon.
Our time, I'll be at my mom's doing laundry, and then I'll have to be back by 6.
Ideally. But I kind of highly doubt that you will be.
I am going to... it is very important. There's a show Sunday that I am going to watch, and I am super psyched for, and yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
yeah, I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
It's
all right. You know.
No, you would know what it's about, but I don't know if it's. I'm treading lightly here, cause of what it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's been a show.
I've been playing.
I think it's time I take a power nap and then get ready for that time of the month again.
Yeah, so you're gonna be on that tonight.
Mm-hmm. And it's fun. I'm so glad we're doing shows again. Like,
yeah,
I love this community. You guys are all so amazing. Sunday 9 a.m. in Perth. Oh wow, I would be passed out at that time. We really need to get into a routine.
That's crazy. So 9:40 in Perth, but then where Simon is 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
I would have thought, for some reason, Perth would have been a little bit closer to like Simon's time. That's kind of a trip.
3 hours apart.
Well, no, I guess, yeah, because I guess, like,
I just wish we would stop doing daylight savings time. Like, just leave, I don't want to lose an hour, gain an hour. Like, daylight savings time always throws me off for a couple days.
Because is that just an American thing? Because Europe doesn't do that, right? Or does
I don't
Europe?
think so.
I don't know.
I don't think they do. I know Arizona doesn't do it.
Yeah, we even have states that don't.
Yeah, we're in Utah, and Arizona is just, like, down below, but they don't do it.
Yeah, because there's even a few states that don't even do it.
There's a lot of things in the world that make me question why. Like,
Simple Simons in Melbourne. Okay, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. There's a lot though. Like,
that's a trip.
It is.
Well, because even I mean, I guess it's not really that crazy. Because even from here in America, like New York, or from here,
Did you guys hear about the walrus that fell asleep on an iceberg and ended up in Ireland?
In Ireland, that's a trip.
That is a trip. Like that's like it's funny, but it's kind of sad because of global warming and knowing that it's like
what caused that? What led to that?
It's gonna make its way back there. But I thought that was kind of funny that he falls asleep and wakes up. It reminds me of being a kid. Where
in the picture. The picture it showed of him, he looks pretty damn confused. Like, looks like me when I wake up some mornings. Like, where the hell am I? Yeah. But what they said in it too was like, he was pretty well fed and fit. He should be all right for the trip back. I'm like, what? You ain't gonna hook him up with a ride? Like,
right?
You're just gonna
send
him on his way? Like,
animals are precious.
Yeah, that's a trip though. I mean, because he's really far away from.
Yeah.
You know, they're normally not that far south.
Global warming, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was weird. A trip.
I kind of liked the rain today. I'm not a big fan of rain, but it's mostly just because of my glasses.
I used to love it a lot more than I do now.
When I was younger, I used to love it a lot more, but nowadays, I like sunny days.
Yeah,
but not too hot of days.
Yeah, like summer rain. Like, I love summer rain.
Oh, summer rain is beautiful.
Like when it's nice out.
And that's I don't know where we're going. We went off the rails.
Oh, there was one more thing.
Oh yeah, the first McFarlane figure he has.
Well, not in general, obviously, because I'm a huge McFarlane fan. I have a lot of the older ones.
Newest one of his newest production stuff.
Of McFarlane's newer run of DC stuff.
Yeah,
that's
one.
The more accurate way of putting it.
That's the one.
So, but I found this one in the wild. You found
it at Best Buy.
Yeah,
and
that's
there was a game that they had with Catwoman and Robin, and I really wanted to get it just so I could have the little mini version of Catwoman, but I wasn't about to pay $20 for it.
Yeah, it was like a Funko Pop game, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, but so it's the Dark Knight's Death Metal Batman version one with like the trench coat, and yeah, when I first saw this one, solicited or whatever, yeah, I was really looking forward to this one, and. It was one of the ones like where I figured I was like, yeah, that one I would probably have to get off like eBay or something or like online, but yeah, finding it in the wild at Best Buy.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Best Buy like got figures and stuff, but
sometimes you'd be surprised, or some have like better selection and stuff. It's like I don't know what I was doing there, but I ended up ordering a short box and. You'd be kind of surprised to find certain stuff in certain places. Like,
that's true. Yeah. I mean, because the Best Buy not only they had a lot of like pretty cool figure stuff.
There's been a few times that I found books as cover price on Amazon that are not cover price on eBay, but then also there's been other times where it's like gouged prices when it shouldn't be.
Yeah, you will see that a lot of the times on there too.
Anywho,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is that time to take a nap so I can be on that time of the month.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Oh, sheet. Goodness gracious. Thank you guys all so much, though, for joining us. I am so glad we were able to do the show. It's been a blast. I did not do that. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
We love you guys. Be safe.
Live long and prosper.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
Be sure.
Actually, Tuesday we'll try and get our control issues, our video game show on Tuesday night. And
later tonight, I'm gonna be on the G-Man comic book G's. I can't think. I am so brain dead.
Robert Galvin, Comic Book G Spot.
Comic Book G Spot on his channel with Miss Queen G, and it's gonna be that time of the month. I think it's at like midnight, 12:30 their time, but it's like 11:30 my time, something like that. But yeah, I'm going to be on that later, and then have that show Tuesday, and Tuesday we'll have an AOK out, and then others in the works. But thank you guys all so much for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Love you guys.
Live long and prosper.